Professor Sai Baba. Free 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 Professor Sai Baba. Thank you very much. Power to the people. Power to the people.
Thank you, Ryan. So, earlier this year, 3 of us from Savannah went to India for 3 weeks, and we raised these issues every city that we went to. We raised the question of what is democracy if people who express their opinions, just their opinions, are arrested or killed. What kind of democracy is that? And we asked, what about Gauri Lankesh? We will never forget Gauri Lankesh. We want justice. We raised these questions as Hindus in India, and everywhere we went, we were unsafe. We felt unsafe. Is that the kind of country that can call itself a democracy? No. We can do better. And so thank you all for coming out today. Our next speaker is Salman. Salman is with India Civil Watch and also with Overseas Friends of the Minorities in India. So Salman, come on out.
Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you can you hear me now? Okay. Hi, friends. So we are here today for a great cause because democracy is under severe attack in India. It's not only the democracy itself, it's the people of various oppressed classes and minorities and anyone practicing free speech, even the opposition, media. Also, some of you who may not know, I'm also editor of a media, and we are also under severe attack. And ICW, India Civil Watch, we are a group of people. We are fighting to restore all democratic institutions in India, like the way it's supposed to. Yeah, I'm planning it. So you know, this is a great gathering. And ICW, Biju, Murli, and many of us, you know, we are trying our best to spread the message across, because what's being seen in India is Modi since 5 years, by using media in various ways, also including various types of black money, he pretty much, you know, conquered. I don't know if this election who is going to win, but there is a heavy resentment against BJP all across India. And since 2014, I mean, Modi's era, the main reason is they cannot operate in India without terror or without oppressing, the opposition media, also the oppressed classes. The main reason is they don't have any popularity. So because they don't have any popularity, only way they can suppress people is by terror. So that's the main reason that they have shut down lots of media, lots of websites, lots of opposition voices. We're the primary voice of the opposition and the oppressed classes in India. And it's all of our duty and responsibility to give support to those voices which cannot be heard in India. So India's democracy, I would say, since 5 years, it was under severe attack, and every institution in India, it was polluted. Everything, even in India right now, in very many states, you cannot even speak, loudly, criticize, or you cannot do anything. You cannot exercise your democratic rights. They have imprisoned various journalists, editors under NSA to various dreaded acts, and there, many civil rights activists. Various things, basically they want to shut all the opposition voices. Main reason is they don't have any popularity. Because they don't have any popularity, but they would like to rule and make thousands of crores, So the only way to get it done is just suppressing and spreading Jumla and getting all criminals to run the administration and government. So overall, our Indian democracy is founding fathers. The principles they have laid upon, each and every principle was violated. So I would request everyone in this upcoming election who are seeing this video, or related to these movements, what we are doing today to vote against BJP and Modi, because the main reason is this has no more remained just a political party. BJP has turned a party of all kinds of criminals and jumlas, their main gathering points. So it is our goal and responsibility to defeat them. It is our responsibility to defeat these evil forces. And this is from ICW and also the various organizations. I would like to thank everyone for coming here. And Mamata, who is stuck in traffic, she requested me to read this speech for her. Just a second. So this speech is from Organization for Minorities of India, and this was supposed to be read by Mamata from ICW. So on behalf of her, I am reading this. The Organization for Minorities of India is deeply disturbed by the growth of extremist violence in India today. We recognize the decades of state-sponsored violence against religious minorities, including Buddhists, Christians, Muslims, Sikhs, as well as the expanding wave of discrimination and violence against Dalits. The BJP-ruled regime's treatment of human rights defenders, activists attempting to uplift the downtrodden and dissenting voices is horrifying. OFMI is particularly troubled by the impunity offered by the RSS, which controls India through the BJP. The RSS is responsible for countless programs against religious minorities, as well as constant act of violence against many others, including Dalits. It is absolutely shameful that after the 2002 Gujarat riots, RSS member and Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi never faced charges. Despite the fact that the ministers in Modi government led the violence, and RSS leader who participated in it specifically named him as sanctioning the massacre. We are also greatly concerned by the expansion of RSS activities in the USA. The RSS International Wing, the HSS, glorifies MS Golwalkar despite his praise for Nazi Germany's policy towards Jews. The Overseas Friends of BJP works hand in glove with the HSS to organize mass mobilization of US citizens to return to India and campaign for the BJP. This is foreign interference in India's sovereign elections, and we urge the US government to investigate the BJP's actions. Furthermore, we are horrified at how the RSS and the BJP have meddled in American election by financing US Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard. We call for deep investigation into her ties to the fascist paramilitary, the RSS, and the foreign political party, the BJP. As she campaigns to become the next president of the United States, we hope that the American people will examine and denounce her extensive history of support for these extremist groups. White nationalism is a growing threat around the world, and in similar way, terrorists like Andre Breivik of Norway call for the cooperation with the RSS, and the nationalist intellectual incorporate RSS ideology into their teachings or hatred. The United States must take a stand. America must jointly oppose both white nationalism and Hindu ultranationalism. Finally, we condemn all forms of religious nationalism as well as all state-sponsored violence. So this was message for Mamata, who is running late here. On behalf of her, I read it out. Thank you everyone. Thanks everyone.
Free election. Fair.
Election.
Free.
Election.
Fair.
Election.
Free.
Election.
Fair.